PowerPoint sucks, slide decks suck. They're a pain to make and even worse to see through. And AI tools, most of them generate weak, boring slides filled with AI gibberish. But it doesn't have to be that way anymore. I found a way to make AI do 90% of the work, creating slides that are polished, engaging, impactful in minutes. And today, I'm giving you the exact system you can copy inside your business. With 3 AI assistants, 1 AI tool, the best one on the market, and another that is a very nice bonus to use. If you're tired of wasting time and actually want good slides made in minutes, stick with me, because this is a cheat code I will show you. By the end of the video, you will know how to 1. Build AI-powered presentation in minutes. 2. Stop wasting hours on slide design. 3. Use the only AI workflow that actually delivered outstanding presentations. No fluff, no random AI tools list you've seen everywhere, just the exact process I use daily. This is for you if you're a sales pro that needs slides that sell, or if you're a speaker who wants engaging presentations, or if you're an entrepreneur who needs to close deals, or just someone who's done with wasting time on making slides. So if you want to create AI-powered presentation effortlessly, make every slide count, stick around, and let's dive in. Okay, let's dive in, create stunning presentation in minutes with AI, ultimate AI workflow step by step. So we're gonna see today the golden rules of AI presentations, okay, because most AI tools to create presentation are just garbage. If you let them define your text, what you will say during the presentation, what you will put on the slide, most of the time, this is not good. If you let AI fully find the ideas you want to develop inside the presentation, that will be crap. So the workflow I will show you here will allow you to make crazy good presentation, both in substance, the content that you will say during the presentation, that you share during the presentations, the insights, the ideas, but also the packaging, okay, without taking too much time. That's the goal. Not too much effort, so that you can concentrate on substance, the messages, the insights, the ideas, your unique perspective you want to share during the presentation. Okay, so we will see the golden rule of AI in presentation. Then we will see step 1, the dump your ideas method. Step 2, structure and polish the content, like structuring it correctly. Then I will recommend you some AI assistants you can use for this purpose. Then I will also show you, if you have no specialized AI assistant available, how you can get them. Then step 3 will be formatting for Gamma, preparation of the presentation content, so that then after the processing with Gamma is very fast, very easy. Then how to generate the draft presentation in Gamma. I will show you this. And step 5, it's edit and refining Gamma, okay? And then I will share you final thought about all this, okay, how you can use this process, this workflow in order to nail your presentation with your own voice, your own ID, your own substance, but a very nice packaging in no minutes. Okay, let's go. So first, we will understand the AI role, step-by-step process. I will show you resources and tools, and finally, implementation guide. So let's roll. Golden rule of AI in presentation, very easy. AI is a tool, it's not a replacement. It cannot think for you, it cannot have the ID for you. Of course, you can use it to help you make some research, refine your IDs, find examples, facts, stuff that will put some spices in your presentation. But at the end of the day, this is not the AI that will come up with the IDs and with the content of your presentation, okay? So don't let AI generate text for your presentation, because most of the time it's wordy, it's platitudes, or like I said, blog article level, not very interesting. You won't stand out with such presentation, okay? But I will show you how you can put your IDs, start with your IDs, refine them, and then after package them in a proper manner very fast, okay? Remember, if you want to make a good presentation, you are the expert. You have the ID, you have the creativity, and you will just use AI to speed up the packaging and not create the key insights of your presentation. That's the trick here. That's the secret to make a good presentation. Okay. So substance is you, your expertise, your insights, which are the core of the presentation, and the fast packaging, that's AI. AI will help you package and present your ideas quickly in a nice manner, being very effective. Okay. So step 1, dump your ideas. Here I have a bunch of methods, 3 methods to prepare the material for the presentation. First, what I call the Google Doc method, which is you just brain dump everything into a Google Doc. Don't think about structure. Don't try to organize things. Here is just putting all the ideas there so that they are there and you can work on them. Okay. We will clean up these ideas later. So if I have to show you for this current presentation, this is how my brain dump Google Doc looks like. It's already a bit structured because I had in mind exactly what I wanted. So you can see here I have the IDs, like you can see here the method I'm showing you, and then some additional stuff. Okay, just in short Google Docs. That's it. Very easy. I like to structure them using either Markdown or using Google Doc editing to have titles, subtitles, put things in bold and so on. Okay, I like to do this. So, but sometimes, let's face it, sometimes the Google Doc is just messy. I'm just throwing IDs without structuring. Okay, that's way easier. Now, method 2 is the Loom Freestyle method. I like it as well. You open Loom, the software to record your screen and yourself, and you just speak. Okay, you hit record and you talk. Of course, you can do it with whatever voice note-taking software you have on your mobile phone or anywhere. Okay, you say everything that comes to your mind about your topic, everything that you have in mind. And then you will extract the transcript, which is very easy nowadays. Several ways of doing this. Just use the OpenAI Whisper to transcribe the audio into text, or you can either use Fireflies or Otter, all these AI tools that can turn voice into text. Okay, and very soon with the voice AI growing, getting better, like real-time API by OpenAI, very soon you will be able to just talk and then the text will be there, or the AI will understand what you mean. Okay. And final method is repurpose what you already have. Very easy. You grab past notes, past articles, past content you've created, YouTube video you like, whatever, and you use that as your material. But be smart here. Don't put too much information. Don't clog AI. Don't overload the context of AI with the future AI we will use with a load of information that are not relevant. Try to be very picky with what you put. Take your best material. That's the best way to get good results with AI. Okay. Now, step 2. Now we have our base material, so we'll structure and polish the content. How can we do it? First and foremost, there are mainly 2 different types of presentation that I like to do. There is a third one, but I won't cover it that much. So the first one is the bullet point presentation, where you present the key ideas as bullet point on your slide deck, on your presentation, which helps you to have the idea in mind, the structure of the ideas in mind, and then you elaborate on that. Okay, it's a bit what I'm doing here. Okay, bullet points, very short sentence, eventually to just help me develop the idea the way I want. And there is another one which is more conversational presentation. Okay, in the conversational presentation, you write everything that you will say on the slides. Okay, in a spoken style text that is still concise and clear, so that you have full control over what you will say, and you just have to read with the accent, and you can put the energy. It's way easier. You don't have too much to think about what you will say. I love it. If you want a good example of that, check some webinars for instance, by Alex Hormozy, some presentation by Alex Hormozy. You will see it's written like the big text and the big titles and the big text. This is what he's actually saying. He's reading that, okay, but putting the tonality and so on. So that makes very tight and dynamic presentation. Okay. Then there is the third one that I won't cover here, which is more consulting style presentation, in which you have slide decks with lots of graph, lots of information, lots of text, because you know what, consultant, they need to show they've worked, and so that's why they put lots of information on their slides. I don't like this. It's very not easy to digest. But let's face it, like in professional corporate, this is well seen, this is well received, because that means, yeah, these guys, they have made their work, and that seems sophisticated and probably true. So, wow, good. Okay. Most of the time, if you're I would say, small business or entrepreneur, you don't have time for that, and you want to have very impactful presentation, either the bullet point style or the conversational presentation style. Okay. So this is what I will show you. So step 2, we will do structure, polish the content. And what we want to do, we want to use AI assistant to do this. Okay. So let me show you. I have three main AI assistant I use. The one is the one called Content Skeleton Creator GPT. And basically this AI assistant will take the raw materials and create a flow, a logical flow between IDs, focusing on articulation between the IDs to ensure that the presentation is flowing and structuring the presentation that way, okay, to optimize the flow. The other one is Schematizer GPT. This one is for bullet point style presentation. So it will take the raw material and turn it into bullet points that are good to put on slides. Okay. And finally, there's the Specifier GPT. This one here will turn the raw material into conversational style presentation. Okay. If I show you the way it looks, starting with my brain dump here, this document, if I use skeleton, this is the way it looks. Okay. If I use skeleton, I put always the same. I ask it, I prime it with a priming prompt, and then I share the Google Doc document. That's exactly my Google Doc here. And then it will create directly here. Okay. Directly it will create a draft with a content flow, logical structuring, and emotional engagement as a priority to create the presentation. Okay. That's the way it looks. Okay. I have title, I have one slide here. You can see, you can see the presentation I'm currently doing. Okay, basically. Okay, step 2. Okay, these are my slides. They are almost ready to no, they are actually ready to copy paste in Gamma. Okay, very nice. Short and nice, but logical. Okay. So that's skeleton. Then we have Schematizer. If I want to do a presentation that is more bullet points, like bullet point style. So this time that's exactly the same priming prompt, same brain dump content, my Google Doc, and then it review the document, summarize the key point, transform into bullet points, enhance the formatting, be sure that I agree with the sections, and then if I agree, it does a summary of each slides, each big points of the presentation, big phases or stage of the presentation. And then finally, I have my bullet point slides here. Okay, you can see these are slides with bullet points. Very simple, very lean, not too much information, optimized for triggering ideas in my mind when I'm presenting and then delivering the presentation. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Then finally, Specifier, when I want more conversational presentation, and this is the way it looks. Same again, I have my priming prompt, the very same Google Doc content I put there, and finally processing the information and creating the presentation, which is here. Okay, go to Repurposing, brain dump. You can see here it's more written. They are the sentences I should read during the presentation. During the presentation. Okay, and a bit of formatting to make it looks good. Okay, and guess what? When I have this, it's already well structured and well formatted for processing with Gamma, my AI tool, the AI tool I prefer to craft the presentation. Okay, but let's go back here. So here the idea is to take what you did in step 1, which is the brain dump with all your ideas, pass this content through one of these AI assistants, depending on what kind of presentation you want to craft, to prepare the material for the next step, which is using Gamma to create the slides. Okay, beautiful slide. But wait, if you don't have any AI assistant, how can you do? Of course, you can use ChatGPT, but the problem with ChatGPT is that you will need to prompt it a lot, more or less, depending on what you want, in order to get exactly the format you want. If you have to repeat that, you're wasting so much time. It's way better to have an AI assistant that knows exactly what kind of formatting to do and then can process the raw content, the raw material very fast. Okay. If you want to create your own AI assistant to create presentation, to format presentation the way you want, the way you like, very easy. I can help you in my free community. I can give you my method to create AI assistant that you can use to create the AI assistant you want to create your own presentation. or you can join my 5-day Master Custom GPT challenge, during which you will build the AI assistant you want using, this is how it looks like, several days, several tasks. You have access to my tool, and I review your work and give you advice to improve your AI assistants, okay? So basically, you have my tools, my framework, my support, personalized support, one-to-one, okay? Beautiful. That's why you are sure to get the AI assistant you want. You can also try this hack, which is use a presentation that you like and then upload it to ChatGPT and ask it to match the style of the presentation you like. It's not perfect. It can be quite hard to get because depending on the sophistication of the presentation you will use as a model. So yeah, not the best one, but yeah, that works. And as a matter of fact, I have an AI assistant that I use for that. Typically what I will do, I will take a template in Canva, typically Canva carousel template. I will put it here. So I won't show the demo here because I don't have time, but basically I put it here. And what this carousel GPT does, basically it understands the presentation, create the variables and format a CSV file that I can then after use with the bulk create feature of Canva. In Canva, if you have a CSV with, so that's a table basically with variables, and you can map the variables with the content, okay? It's semi-automated. Oh, that's not the best method, but yeah, at some points I needed that, so I built the AI assistant, and that works fine, but this is not my preferred process, okay? Whatever. Well, next. Okay, now we are going to step 3, and this time we'll pre-format what we have created thanks to the AI assistant, refining the brain dump, like the material we've created at step 1, okay? Then we will format it for Gamma, okay, which is very simple. Basically, we use this small follow-up prompt in the very same chat session we've used in order to prepare the presentation. And basically, we will remove all the words that shouldn't be on the slides, like slide number whatever, or title, and then the title. Okay, remove that because it doesn't have to be on the slide. And we will use separator so that it will help Gamma define what are the slides. And we will use Markdown to make it well structured and good looking, okay? So this is what we'll do, step 3. Very simple. So that then after we can generate the draft presentation in Gamma, okay? This is where the magic happens, okay? We have, up to now, we have put our IDs, what makes, with the substance that will make the content great. We have formatted it in a nice way for presentation, either using bullet point structure or using more a conversational flow structure or using the logical flow, depending on the AI assistant we have used, like among the 3 I've showed you. And we have prepared what we have formatted to increase, to make it easier to process with Gamma. And now we turn that, this good material, we'll turn that into a nice presentation using Gamma, okay? So first and foremost, we'll go to Gamma, then we'll create, I will show you. Okay, let's go to Gamma. Okay, let's go to Gamma. When you are on Gamma, a bunch of stuff you can do here. So first and foremost, I'm showing you, I've created quite a lot of presentation with Gamma. Okay, I want to show you everything, but nearly 100 presentation with Gamma. So I like the tool and I have my tricks, and I will share that with you. Okay, most of the time I will use this create new with AI. Okay, you can start from blank and do it manually and using some AI feature from Gamma. But here, what we want to do is create new AI, okay? You can also import presentation, but once again, I won't show you that because this is not part of the process we are currently reviewing, okay? So we'll create new AI, okay? You arrive with this to the screen here, and then you can either generate, you can see popular here, generate, create from one-line prompt in a few seconds. Don't do that. This is crap, okay? This is AI creating everything for you, but most probably it will be low quality. Okay, like classical overused stuff or platitudes, surface level stuff. You don't like this, okay? If we have done what we did during step 1, step 2, and step 3, it's so that we have a very good material we can create it on, okay? So we will use here, paste in text, okay? Once again, you can also import files and URL. Okay, but here we will paste in text. So we'll use this, and here you will paste. Guess what? What we have used, what we have created in step 3. Okay, if I go back in step 3, after using this, so let me take, for instance, let me take this one. So that's my assistant, and at the end, I've used here the prompt here. Remember, this is this prompt here. Okay, this prompt here is exactly the one that I've used here to format for Gamma. And then I have this. Okay, this is my presentation formatted for Gamma. So here I just copy it. By the way, this is the canvas in ChatGPT. Very nice for editing and working on text, whatever. And then I will go in Gamma and I will paste it here. Okay, and you can see I have the separators, everything is well structured, that's beautiful, that's nice. Okay, then I can choose what kind of content I want to create. In this video, I want to create presentation, but guess what? With Gamma, you can also create website, web page, documents, and social media posts. Okay, so I will just choose presentation here, and then you can choose the format. Usually I use default, but you also traditional, which is fixed size, typical PowerPoint, typical Google Slides. Or tall, which is more vertical. Okay, but here I will use default, which is fluid, which is based on the information I will put on the slide. The size of the elements on the slide we adjust to the format of the screen. Okay, it's very flexible. That's the way I prefer. And then click continue. Very easy. Okay, and now I will arrive here at the configuration window. Okay, you can see here I could do freeform. Okay, which is the text without any card definition, but if we have put separators here, the three lines here, this is so that we can do card by card. And then I have my card 1, 2, 3. Okay, the cards are already built. Okay, of course I can, for instance, here card 4, it's a heavy one, lots of stuff, so I could separate them. So I could go there, separate, dot, and I have slides 5 that has been created, and you can recognize the presentation we have already covered. I already did. Okay, you can see here AI assistant I recommend. Okay, that's the very same stuff I did to create the presentation you're currently watching. Okay, so here I would add another separator to have another slide. Okay, and I have slides that are not too loaded. Okay, good. But that's not what I wanted to show you. Okay, I select card by card. I ensure that I have the right level of information for each card, and then you can see here there are several options. So let me put this here. By the way, you have tips here: card by card, editing cards, pro tips, blah blah blah. This is exactly what I have applied. This is what I've shown you already. Okay. Here the settings are really important. Okay. If you use generate, that means the AI will generate the text. This is not what we want to do, because we want to use what we've created in the steps before, because we had full control. We were able to create something that is very high quality with our own ideas and the way we want it to be structured and the way we want it to be said. When I create a presentation, most of the time I want my words to be there. I don't want AI to find the words for me. I want it to be expressed the way I want to say it. Okay, and so if you don't do generate, don't do condense, because we have the right level of information. That's why we've used the AI assistants before. You will use preserve. Okay, preserves will keep your text. The text that the AI will use to generate the presentation will be as close as possible to what is here. Okay. Then I will select the output language, which is English. You can choose a bunch of languages. Then I will set up images, because I want to automatically generate image when the presentation is created. So I will use AI image. Of course, you can use other sources. You can use GIF, you can use illustration, you can use web image, you can use stock photos image. I don't like that. You can use automatic, which is it will select the best type it found for a given slide. Okay, it will mix the sources image, which can be interesting. Maybe we can use that. So as a matter of fact, I will use AI, and I will select, just to show you, I will select the model. Okay, you can select different models. So there are Flux, ideogram, Imagine. Each time you have the information about the speed and the type of graphics, graphical or images it can create. Let's be honest, I like this one, the premium model. Flux Ultra is the one I prefer. Then you can image style. You can describe the style of image you want, like cheerful, office environment, professional, and okay. You can refine if you have a style you prefer. You can, like I do it on the fly, but you can do whatever you want, basically. Okay. Realistic. Okay. And then the format, very important, the format. So still presentation, same, we can choose like the same among the same options that we had before. But what is important is additional instructions, okay? To reinforce the preserve here, because I like the text, this is why we worked with AI Assistant before, I will use a small prompt here, okay? To increase the likelihood that it sticks really to the text I want, okay? And that's the prompt I will use here, okay? So let me I have to edit, sorry, up. Let me take that and go there and put it here. Okay. Okay, beautiful. So now everything is set up. Perfect. Okay, so let's go. You can see I have 10 cards. Beautiful. So let's go. Okay, so at this stage, I need to pick a theme. I can generate directly, or I can pick a theme. You can import your custom. You can create your custom theme if you like. I won't show you in the video, but this is pretty easy. You define the fonts, the colors for the different elements of the presentation. Pretty easy. You can also import existing presentation to match the style of existing presentation. That make it more automated to get the right type of presentation, of theme. But in your case, we'll use a standard one, we'll use a light one, and professional, and okay, you have filters here you can use, and then you can choose among different types. Okay, let's I don't know, let's use, I want it a light one. Let's use that. Okay, it's not light. Let's use that. Okay, and then I will generate, and that's it. I have a search feature here you can see as well. Okay, and now it's creating the presentation. Ideally, sticking to my original text the best way possible. We'll see. Yeah, so you can see it's very similar to the presentation I'm just doing for you. That's normal. That's the same material. Okay, and it's pretty fast. And you can see here I have the cards. I can navigate the cards. You can see there are some images. It's already formatted, and that's finished. Okay, beautiful. If I want to change the theme, I can change the theme here, like we did before. These are the share feature. If I want to share on social media, on website, or whatever, wherever, I can do it. Here I have a bunch of, I can present directly and select how I want to present, but that's not the point here. And what is important here, when you click here, you have access to the source prompt. Okay, if I click here, this is the previous window, so I can change if I need. I can change. I can refine the prompt here, or I can change the element and regenerate the presentation. Okay, so very useful. I use it sometimes. There is also the page setup here, where you can change the style of presentation, the style of page, the format. You can set a background. Okay, I can set a background here behind. I can see previews. I can set up the previews with title, description, and so on. Okay, that's nice to have. I can select the width of the card, alignment of content, the type of font, and the size of font if I want larger fonts. Okay, let me put this somewhere else. Oh, I'm struggling with these comments. Oh, Loom. Okay, I don't manage to get it. Oh, good. So I can change the font size. Okay, it's bigger, not the best way here. I can show cards backdrop. Here, animation, the animation are there, okay? and then see the preview. Okay, so this is the page setup, and here I can also, of course, when I'm finished, I can export in PDF, PowerPoint, PNGs. That's nice. Or I can embed on a website, publish to a website. I can do so many stuff. So many stuff I can do. Of course, when it's published, you have you can check the comments, analytics, how many people have to watch the presentation, if you share the link, etc. Okay, but that's not the main. That we are not there yet. What we want to do now is to review the presentation. My God, this stuff is driving me crazy. Okay, now we want to review the presentation. Okay, and it's time for checking and editing. Okay, so I check. Yes, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yes, this is what I presented. Good. Specials, AI assistance. Fine, fine. Okay, everything seems on point. So now we are at the step 5, edit and refine in Gamma. Okay, this is where the magic happens. This is what we are currently covering. Okay, so now I have several ways I like to edit. Of course, I can edit manually. Okay, and to edit manually, typically here I have access to card templates. So if I want a specific type of card, to add a specific type of card, I have a template already there. Okay, a bunch of them with graphics, charts, many stuff, interesting. Okay, so I can add this type of stuff, circle stat, I can just slide them here. Okay, it's useless here, but I can do it very easy. Here I can use smart layouts, and smart layouts, you can see there are a bunch of them, like 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns. There are specific blocks, specific layouts, bunch of them as well, text with box, bullet points, image, lots of stuff. Okay, very interesting. There are templates as well, like pyramids here. Okay, I could add, or I could here add from templates here. Okay, pyramids 1. Yeah, basic blocks which are inside the card. Okay, inside the card I can add basic blocks like bullet point list if I want. I can slide here, blah blah blah. There are many stuff here. This here with this these functions here, these icons, you have access to all the tools. Okay, I can add media, video, Loom, Freestyle. There are a bunch of integration, TikTok, Spotify, so podcast. Here I can embed other apps like other Gamma, PDF file, Figma, tweets, many stuff. Power BI for professional presentation. Of course, diagram and chart as well with this. Okay, diagram, chart. So basically, there are so many preset possibilities, and forms and button as well. Okay, button, type form, tally, jot form. Okay, there are a bunch of integration. Okay, if I add an Airtable stuff here, so very powerful. Okay, another way to access all these elements is the comments. Okay, if I go, I don't know, if I go there, for instance, if I want to add a block here, I can type / and I have access to everything here, all the comment. Okay, you can see that all the stuff. You can search also if I want to add an image. I can add an AI image here, and then I can, very interesting, I can add image using prompts. So here I can put a prompt for an image. I don't know, a samurai, samurai sunshine. Let's see. Okay, I can enhance the prompt. Okay, I can use the style. I could use a style that is inspired by the theme, or I can do a custom style. I can define the style, or I can use preset styles here. There are a bunch of possibilities here. Let's use pixel art, and then I can use the aspect ratio. I will use landscape, and I can use the model I prefer. Let's use Flux Pro, and I can generate. Okay, and I'll also access to the other images that I've been generating for the presentation during the generation of the presentation, and I can have access also to previous images I've used in other presentations. Okay, I can load more. Okay, so I have my pixel art summary stuff. Good. Okay. That doesn't mean anything, but it's just to show you. Now, what I like to do, use AI for fast edits. Okay. Typically, you can use AI for fast edit this way. You can use here, and there are a bunch of preset prompts or functions you can execute with AI: improve writing, fix spelling, translate, make longer, shorter, simplify language, be more specific, break into bullet points, into sections, add smart summary. Okay, let's add a smart summary and see what happens. Okay, so that's the summary of the slide. Okay, use AI tools to push. It's very powerful. Okay, and I can also change the layout. So try a different layout. If I'm not inspired, I don't like the layout, I can change the layout. Like I can do many stuff. And then if I have more, okay, let's suppose I do it that way. Okay, I've changed the layout. Okay, it's a new layout. Okay, if I don't like it, I can go back to original. Okay, or I can go back to the new one. Good, cool. Now I can add, if I select that, I can do a bunch of stuff. I can edit with level of titles, the color, the font, all the font related and formatting related aspect here. Add bullets, checklist, whatever, alignment. I can convert to toggles, block notes, info box. If I convert into info box, this is what it will do. And then I can select, like there are a bunch. Each time you click here, you have access to other parameters. Okay, here, for instance, I can change. Here, sorry, I can change. Okay, that doesn't make sense, but I can change the color. Like that's endless. Okay, but that's very easy to do. I can also use AI doing this, selecting just this text, and I could say, I don't know, suggest images or visualize as a timeline or format as table. Okay, you have pre-formatting or rephrasing options here that make it really easier. I can, of course, add a block here. Like we don't have any image here. So if I need to add an image, or if I a nested card, let's suppose I want to develop a nested card, I can say, just showing how you can do, okay? Everything that you can do. I can add an example, okay? In a nested card. This is so powerful, okay? Not necessarily relevant, and we don't need to do this because the presentation was already good, but yeah, that's just to show the possibilities here, okay? So let's go back. Okay, if I do Control Z, I can go back to the original. Okay. Okay, so that's more or less the original. Okay, so I can use AI for that. Of course, let's delete this one. Let's delete this one because it doesn't make sense. I can use AI plus code for more control. Okay, you can execute in some extent Python codes using the AI here. I don't use that much, but that works. That's fine. Okay, like if you have if you want a specific graph that is not available here, or you don't find, you can have ChatGPT generate the Python codes to create the graph, and copy paste the Python code here, and or directly in a block here and say execute it, and it will work. Okay, it will create something that is near what the Python code is for. Okay. What I really like, by the way, you can mass edit. Okay, here you can edit the whole entire presentation, but most of the time I don't recommend to do that, because what we did with the AI assistant is so that we are exactly the text we want on the slide. But here you can also edit for the entire presentation. What I like to do is, for instance, if I find that I like this layout, what I can do is I can use the same layout for the next slide or for another slide. Okay, so I could say here, use edit using the same layout as the previous slide. Okay. That was my dream, to be able to prompt an AI explaining what I want to see on the screen and have it done it for me, avoiding me to do it manually. Okay. Once again, in Gamma, you can do everything manually. It's very convenient because the tool is well done. I mean, it's easy to access the right command, the right features. That's very easy. But you can also just ask AI to do it for you. It will go way faster. Like fast editing is just so easy. Okay. And so I have a similar layout. If I'm not happy with this, I can say, no, that's not that's the wrong layout, submit feedback, and then I can say, try again. Okay. And yeah, that's very, very powerful. And of course I can also, okay, let's go for that. I can also say add images. Okay, if I want more images, for instance. So I can really prompt the model to change the layout just with prompting without me using the commands. Okay, and then it will generate the images. It's so powerful. Okay. Okay, it has generated the image, but let's remove that one. Okay, so I go there, here, and I have access to, okay, I could put the image at the background, or just remove them, use another color. Why would I want to do this? I don't know, and change, okay, like some setup for the page or some setup for the cards. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Last tip I want to show you. I like to generate. Okay, if I like to use the image feature. Okay, to generate. If I want to add an image, I go there and then I can choose among the various source of images. Very powerful. But what I like to do is also use another AI to really turn the content of my slide into a graphical representation of it. And for that, I use Napkin.ai that I really love. So let's go. Napkin. Okay. And what I will do usually, I will, for instance, I already did it for this presentation. But for instance, step 4 in the presentation, I just copy paste the text of the slide to generate this nice graphical representation. Okay. If I do it again, just to show you, I would go, I don't know, for instance, I would go there. I would use this. Okay, I'm not saying it's the most relevant stuff to do, but I would go there and then I would, okay, do this and then select it and generate. I can edit in Napkin, but this is not what I want to do here. I want to select that and make, okay, create a napkin, create a visual representation. Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted to do. So let's go back. Let's select everything here, click here, and it will generate a visual representation that then after I can use in my presentation. Okay. And I have a different layout. Okay. Okay, let's use that one, change the style. Okay, I like the style. I can, of course, edit it. Superpower. Okay, just to show you can edit. You can change a bunch of stuff here. Put it in bold, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's details here. And then I will save, download here, and put it in my Gamma. Let's remove that. Oh, in my Gamma here. Okay, I would add an image from upload URL, and then go there, up, and I have my image. Okay, I can change the size, of course. I can align it correctly. Okay. That's pretty much it, okay? Not the best, but just to show you. I like to use Napkin as well when I I don't want just like images like this, but I want really something that convey the message of the slide. I may use that. Okay. So yeah, I've shown you pretty much all the feature that you can use in Gamma, or actually that I use in Gamma when I want to edit slides very fast. Okay. The superpower is really being able to use here, edit with AI, with preset AI prompts or AI features, or with your own, the own prompt you can create based on what you want to see on the screen. Okay. And you can have also chat here. Okay. I click there and I can chat here. I have an interface to chat about the card in a more convenient way with sometimes suggestions of what I may be able to do. Okay. Make it more concise, give me more explicit way, etc. Okay. There are lots of different ways of doing the same stuff. It's more or less, depending on your preference, you will love to do it one way or the other. But just to show you, there are so, like, first, it's super powerful. Second, it's very easy to access the comments, very intuitive. There are different ways, so you will find the preferred way very easily. And really, it's your imagination that is the limit here. Okay, whereas you use preset layout, preset illustration, diagram, everything, or you just ask AI to do it, or even sometimes you may use code in order to get on the screen what you want. Okay, make AI execute code. That works as well. I've used it in the past. Okay, super powerful. So final thought here. The magic happens when you put your substance, your creativity, your ideas, insight, unique perspective about any topics you want to make a presentation about, and you combine with AI tools to package it faster. Okay, that's where magic happens. Okay, so you plus AI equal presentation powerhouse. Okay, so see AI not as the source of the content, see AI as the way to accelerate the packaging of the content to, as fast as possible, get the visual representation of your ideas the fastest way. Okay, and the more, how to say it, the reflection of what you want to see, basically. Okay. And that's your creativity that leads the way. And together, if you use correctly these AI systems, you've seen this process. If I recap a bit, in this process, I've shown you a very nice way to collect your ideas fast without paying attention to the structure. Then how to use AI to structure it properly. How to use specific AI assistant to turn your brainstorming results into structure presentation, optimize either in bullet points, either in conversational, either on the skeleton one, which is the flowing logical flow. And then once you have that formatted for Gamma, put it in Gamma and use Gamma to create the slide deck in minutes, and use the AI, all the features of Gamma and all the AI power AI feature inside Gamma to edit it very fast. Okay, you can do it manually, but if you use the AI, you can make the AI do it the way you want, way faster, which means you can take minutes to edit the presentation and get it the way you want. Very cool feature. You can also use the image generation inside Gamma, which is very powerful with very good models, AI models. So that's just crazy. And if you want specific graphs that encapsulate the insights you want to share inside one given slide, you can use Napkin.ai. For the moment, it's totally free, and it's very, very powerful to draw or to represent your ideas or the concept, the insights you want to teach or you want to share in a very graphical manner. Okay, that helps you package the information in the best manner. Okay, so that's it. You have the entire workflow with the how to generate ID, the AI assistant to structure them, to pre-structure them for the nice presentation, and how to use Gamma and all the features in Gamma. Now you know how to do it. So yeah, you just have to do it. If you want to access this kind of resource, if you want to learn how to craft this kind of custom GPTs, this kind of AI assistants to help you with different workflows inside of your business, and if you want to learn how to use the right AI tools to really get results, this is definitely what we discussed in my school community, CCGG, that you can access there. And you will have access to the resources to do this workflow, of course, and way more. Not just this workflow, but additional stuff related to sales, business, marketing. It's here in CCGG, school.com/CCGG. You join here. It's a join button, and you access the resources, custom GPTs, frameworks you can use right away in your business. and also my unique frameworks to create custom GPTs for your own needs inside your business. Okay, it's crazy. For the moment, it's still free. Don't know how long it will stay free, but if you watch this video, you want to access this kind of skills and this kind of workflow and this kind of AI assistant and custom GPT, this is there. So go there, school.com/ccgg, and I see you there. Bye-bye.